What is up, everyone? So Flex here bringing you guys day 13, and it is the Polish heavy tank, the 50TP prototype or prototype, apparently. Yeah. So usual bundle, 5,000 gold, 30 days premium, first steps, large gun rammer, and ventilation. It's kind of a wrong choice. This should have probably been optics. You get the winged hussar, which is only for this tank, I believe, right? Because it was this a marathon tank back in the day? I don't even remember. I think the winged hussar is a fairly rare one that you can only put on that tank, though. And of course, the 40 missions gonna set you back 55 bucks. If you're gonna buy it from the in-game gold, it's gonna be 38 euros. So Polish a premium heavy tank. As you probably know by now, I don't think there's any any other Polish premiums except that one and the poodle, and I guess the Rudy kind of counts now as well. So not a lot of choice if you want to train your Polish crew. But yeah, the tank itself, what do we got? We got 1900 DPM. We got a meaty 440 Alpha at tier 8. That's kind of cool and heavy. 218 pen is fairly lackluster. It obviously doesn't have premium matchmaking. 288 aim time is pretty long as well, and 38 dispersion is quite a bit of dispersion as well. It's a 122 caliber, so you're gonna overmatch quite a lot of things that are side scraping or things like the S-tanks and all that jazz. You have a shelf velocity of 1007 on the AP, which is really nice, and the APCR goes all the way up to 259, so 1250 basically. Your top speed is only 35. You got a power to weight of about 14, which is average. Attack diverse is decent-ish. It has 10 degrees to gun depression, which is kind of nice, but as you will see is that frontally it only has 8. That's because the driver's hatch is in the way, and once it goes to the sides, it goes to 10. But that side only starts here. So yeah, it only gets to 10 degrees to the sides. It's still kind of nice for hill fights and whatnot, but the problem is also that you have to take caution here because the front of your tank already starts here, right? So, and your tracks and then your turret is all the way. It's almost completely dead center in the middle. So instead of like more forward or whatever, like American tanks, for example. So you got to be careful with that. So don't be fooled by the 10 degrees because it's 8 frontally, 10 to the sides, and in the rear, it's only 4. Now, this will happen not a lot, but it's something to be mindful of regardless. So yeah, it does get 10, but only at an angle like this, kind of like in E50 and stuff like that, right? So what do we got for hull armor? It's 170 and 210. But in reality, let's see if this actually works. It seems to work. Let's see. So it's 165 lower plate. The cockpit, let's say, is 246. It's actually not that weak of a weak spot. So people just think this is a weak spot. It is absolutely not. Now the cupola is, but it's fairly tiny. Like if you can take a look at the visual, you know, it's there. It's a thing, but it's not super reliable. So the turret is pretty decent, I'd say. And yeah, the sights is about 120. Take a look at the stats here. The hull armor is only 90 there, so be mindful of that. As side shaping is decent with 90, but not like super crazy. And then in the rear, it is 80 still. So it's actually pretty good against like HE and stuff. Armor wise, you know, it can be decent. Like the armor, as you can see here, is a little bit bugged in terms of the armor view. Now there's also the turret, right? The other tanks can maybe shoot like into your turret basically. Then it has 1500 health as well and only 380 view range, which for a heavy at tier 8 is actually kind of on the low side, but it's still decent enough. So how are you going to equip this thing if you're going to buy it? I would equip it with the optics, the rammer, and the first steps, of course. There's no real other way I would do it. If you have Brothers in Arms, Recon, and Situational Awareness, you're going to go to 448. Of course, there's always the option of running food. Where is it? There we go. Then it's 467. And then your DPM goes all the way up to 2300. All in all, it's a decent heavy. You don't see them too often because, again, there's not a lot of Polish tanks. So, you know, if you buy a UK or Russia premium, there's a whole lot of crews you can train, and for the Polish ones, not that much, right? And I think the tier 9 and 10 are pretty lackluster. I actually think out of the entire tech tree, the regular tier 8, the 53 TP, is actually probably the best one tier for tier. which is pretty rare. So it's hard to make an argument to buy it because of the crew training is so lackluster. But the crew is nice, as in it has the same crew layout. So it's perfect for crew training in terms of layout of the crew, but there are so little tanks to train for that I'm not sure if it's worth the money of 38 euros, right? But the tank itself, if you just take a look at the tank itself only, and only the tank, I think it's a decent heavy, and it's not a horrible purchase, and it's decent. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 14. Thanks a lot for tuning into all of these videos. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.